Do you remember when everyone got scared when Autotune came out? That was the end of music. Now it's AI's turn. But is it really the end of creativity in music, or just something else? Now, I think people seem to imagine that AI is some form of robot that's here to replace musicians. I don't think so. AI in reality is just a tool like programmed drums or the recording software that you use. It's not the tool itself, but it's how people choose to use it. Now, people thought in the 80s that synthesizers would be like the death of rock and roll and rock music, but we still got Queen and Pink Floyd now, didn't we? We still got Depeche Mode though. Yep, that's enough of that. Though, to be fair, they did give us Personal Jesus, which is more than my Alexa has ever done. There's a band in the 60s called The Monkees. They basically had the music written for them and the image curated for them by the record label. I mean, even now with Britney Spears and Harry Styles, just as Noel Gallagher once said,
the music industry doesn't like mavericks. They like people like Harry Styles. Wear this, sing that, and go home.
These bands and artists are polished by labels. This has always happened since the 60s, and that's okay. That just means that it's just one kind or type of music. Doesn't mean it's good music. AI programs like Suno or Udio are like your AI intern. They work 24/7, they don't complain, or spill beer on your gear. All artists are inspired by something. Even John Lennon, Paul McCartney from the Beatles borrowed a lot from, the blues and skiffle. AI just has a bigger record collection, but just worse music taste. If you think AI music is bad, remember John Cage's 433 in the 1950s? Just silence. Music at its finest. Now, humans are inherently creative and naturally creative, but we're not as original as we think we are. Great works are rare, and the rest of us, I think, remix and package it differently through our own personal life experiences. I mean, look at Pablo Picasso, David Bowie with Ziggy Stardust, and Oscar Wilde's books and all his poetry. Think of it as your brain being Spotify Shuffle, but with bad Wi-Fi. Now, I think the main debate is an ethical one. It's about ownership, credit, authenticity, honesty, and it's not about the tool itself. Again, it's about how people choose to use it. Instead of letting, all the prompting and the AI itself do all the lyrics, the chords, the melodies, all of this stuff. Maybe use it as a tool to help nudge you on your next step forward, instead of, as a taxi driver, driving along the whole journey. I think the main thing we need is transparency, honest crediting, and fair royalties for source artists that the AI pulls from. I think AI music is a good thing. So I think it's a good thing for democratizing music. What I mean by that is pretty much, if we don't have the knowledge, the know-how, the technical ability, or the gear, but want to get started, I think it's really good for that. After all, music is all about inclusion. It's all about togetherness and shared experience. Everyone's had their heart broken and everyone's experienced loss. I think it will be also very good for helping artists with writer's block, or help develop new musical directions, especially in today's music, in some way where music feels a little bit stagnant in a few areas. Maybe the AI softwares just need to have more pools of music in its database, but ones that we collaboratively choose. And that's not only what's successful or fashionable at that specific point in time. AI in this sense is like jamming with a bandmate, has read every music book, knows music inside and out, but doesn't get offended when you tell them that their ideas are plus it never shows up late, drunk, or with creative differences. In conclusion, music will always be human at its core. The best songs come from lived experience, heartbreak, joy. Now, one could bound you regret eating, but what I'd like to ask is, what's your take on AI? Do you think it's a good thing in music? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it'll have a negative effect? Thank you again for watching. Stay safe, stay creative, and I'll play you out, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.